Now we've reached Panchaea. This is the final mission in the game. To start with, we just want to run all the way across this open area here until we reach the shipping containers in the corner.
La station est coupée du monde depuis le discours de Darrow. J'ignore s'il y a des survivants. Mais le signal est toujours émis.
Et personne ne sera en sécurité tant que je ne l'aurai pas compris.
Once you reach this, just jump up these containers like this, and we're going to go through here, through a vent. Once you're in this vent, make sure to draw your revolver, and we're pretty much going to keep this out until the end of the mission, or until just before the end of the mission. Once we're on this, we want to drop down onto this level, but make sure, just be a little careful. If you run straight to this, you're going to fall off before it, and then you're going to Icarus fall the entire way down there, so you don't want to do that. You want to run a little bit along this, and then turn out to this level. Run over here and shoot this window out, and then grab the box and take it up with you. Now we have a mega clip. This is one of the most frustrating clips in the run. Sometimes it just likes to not work. It's frame rate related, but it's even with lower frame rates, which this clip likes to have, it can still sometimes just not work. So clip yourself in the door like that, and make sure you're far enough in the door so that you cannot see any of it in front of you. And once you are, make a quick save just in case this doesn't work, and then do a typhoon. Unfortunately, we actually have to go through this door because the loading trigger is inside of it. And there you go, I got taken through. If we go round to the door, which is actually possible, you don't hit the loading trigger and you cannot continue. So it's really, really annoying, but we have to do that typhoon clip. And now we're just going to run around here and just follow where I'm going again.
Ici William Taggart. Si quelqu'un peut m'entendre, je vous supplie de venir à mon aide. Nous sommes barricadés dans le central.
Once we're at this point, we have Icarus, so if we drop from any height, we'll have the animation. But if you're dropping down a sloped surface like this, you actually don't get any animation anyway. So just run down the corner and we can fall the whole way down without taking damage and without having an animation. Also take note that I've got my gas grenade equipped. That's the next one I'm going to be using. Run up to here and cloak past these guys. You don't need to cloak past them, but it guarantees you a quick save at the end of this room, which sometimes you don't get if they go hostile on you there. And it's always nice to be able to quick save, or at least have an auto save. So just reach this point, make a quick save, and now shoot this barrel, holster your gun, and throw a grenade. Jump over, grab this box, and then we're going to cloak as well, just for safety, and try and not have the box fall off the bridge. So different people actually do slightly different things for this bridge. There are slightly different ways of doing it, but that's the way I personally like to do it. It's quite nice like that. So just shoot the first barrel, it explodes a bunch of them. Throw the gas grenade so that it lands pretty close to the forklift. Then grab the box and throw it at the end. If this box falls off for whatever reason, there are a couple of boxes actually in that location, so just grab another one. An annoying thing about the crazies is that when they hit you, you actually get slowed as well. So ideally they won't hit you at all so that you can sprint the entire way. And now we have the final clip in the game. For this part we want our EMP grenade equipped. And you want to clip into this wall and, again, not through it. So just line yourself up and clip inside the wall like this. And now you want to throw the grenade. It doesn't really matter where you throw the grenade, but what can happen sometimes is the grenade explosion pushes the box into you, and then you fall down. So be a little careful of that. Just throw the grenade, and draw your laser rifle. And now we want to wait until there. Sorry, I should have explained this before I did it, and I'll actually show it again because I got a quick save off. But you want to wait until the failure appears in the middle of your screen. As soon as that does, you want to walk off the edge and fall all the way down. The reason we did this is that if we fall off normally, we'd Icarus fall the entire way and it would be incredibly slow, and on top of that you can't move in the air while you're falling with Icarus. So we disabled it with the EMP grenade, and then we're going to fall down all the way into the hallway and it will reactivate just before we land. So I should show you that now. So I'm just falling off, and I'm going through this thin bit here. Now Icarus is re-enabled, and you can hear that I landed in a hallway. You can't actually see anything at this point, but I'm facing in the correct direction. I landed in the hallway with Icarus, and now I just run forward, and I hit the door. You can see that I can now use the door, and that's where we want to be. So I'm just going to show that again quickly. The other method as well, there are actually two ways of timing this. The first one, like I said, is if you see failure appear in the middle of your screen. The second way is to listen for 4 distinct beeps. On the 4th one, you can walk off. So throw the grenade and draw your laser rifle. So the 4 beeps and the failure on my middle screen, and then fall through this thin bit here. Icarus enables itself, and we land in the hallway. And now we just run straight forward, do not turn at all, and use the door. Sometimes you won't be able to run forward, and that happens if you land too far on the left or too far on the right of the hallway. If that does happen, again, don't turn your camera, things will get quite confusing if you start to do that. Just either strafe to the left and the right until you can sprint forward again. And now we're at the final boss of the game. This one is very, very simple. We're just going to step forward until we fall down a ledge. We're going to zoom in with the laser rifle, and then we're going to watch a small light that's above her, and until when that goes off, you know that she's dead and you can holster your rifle. And that actually saves a little bit of time from having to holster it later. So, skip the cutscene, step forward, zoom in. The light above her is this light here. You can see it's just gone out, so now I can holster the laser rifle, and she just dies over time. Skip the cutscene, run forward, and we're pretty much there. Spam your way through the dialogue and interact with the button. And that's pretty much the end of the game. We now just have to select yes, and then the final cutscene will roll, and that's when time finishes.
Afin d'assurer que la prochaine génération puisse prospérer librement. C'est bien ce que vous voulez?
Select yes, and you're done. There you go, you've just completed Deus Ex Human Revolution.